On the Sunday that we did the Souls for Souls shoe drive, we had a bag of shoes from home. We came home and dropped them off out on the sidewalk. And I was feeling pretty good about that. I thought, okay, we've done a great thing here. We are going to help some people today with all of these shoes. So we went in and sat down, and they said, if you didn't bring any shoes, or if you'd like to give the shoes you're wearing, you can do that, and we'll give you flip-flops to wear home. And I looked down to see what shoes I'd worn to church that day, and I wore the only pair of expensive shoes I've ever owned, a pair of custom-fitted New Balance running shoes. And I turned to my wife and I said, that's not happening. And as soon as I did, and his voice as clear as yours is today, God said, really, Keith? As much as I have given to you, and you won't give your shoes? And I knew I wasn't leaving with my shoes. That had become evident. So we got my little flip-flops and walked out the door, and with no shoes. And we were walking across the parking lot, and my wife Jennifer said, you want to go buy some new shoes? And I thought for a second, maybe I do. And then I thought, no, God wanted me to give those shoes away, and I don't know why. So I'll just wait. Probably 4 months or so later, from the time that I gave the shoes away, we went to dinner with a couple that they don't go to 12 Stone. They have never heard the shoe story. And we're sitting at dinner eating, and we've been through our dinner, and were telling us they'd been shopping, and they run triathlons, and there was a lot of end of the season sales, and they had bought a lot of stuff that was on closeout and all kinds of things, and they were super excited about it. And so she looks across the table at me and she said, Keith, what size shoes do you wear? Which I thought was a pretty odd question to ask during dinner. And I said, I wear an 8. Why? And she said, well, we went shopping, I told you. She said, but I bought a pair of shoes that were really expensive and they were marked down. I thought they were a women's size 8, but they're a men's shoe. And they're a size 8. You can have them if you want them. And I said, of course I want them. And I told her the story then. I mean, the first day that I wore them, people were asking, they would comment on how bright the shoes are. And my wife said, well, there's a reason why they're so bright. And I said, why? She said, so people will ask you. So that's what I do. I've only worn these about 8 times since I got them, and every time I wear them, somebody says, wow, those are some bright shoes. And I said, they are. I said, God gave me these shoes. You want to hear about it? So what I'm learning is the shoes was an act of obedience. I want you to give these away. And obedience is not my strong point. So that was kind of different. It's okay. So what that did is that one seed of obedience has blossomed into just a whole season of whatever God tells me to do, wherever you want me to go, just tell me. Just say yes. Give God a yes. Make it a yes. And God said, I need you to say yes. I've been asking you for years, and you said no. And just say yes. So through saying yes, through that experience, God's love is almost overwhelming to me now sometimes. And what I'm learning to do is to have a conversation with my Father. Not with a God that is so big and so busy and so disconnected that I can't talk to him.